Manchester United are moving mad. Let's get straight into this, guys. We are seeing something from Manchester United this summer that we have never seen before. And right now, it might feel frustrating, it might feel annoying, but in the grand scheme of things, it is a very positive thing. What have we done so far this summer? We've signed Youri Tillmans from Aston Villa, £35 million deal, release clause triggered. Perfect. Andre Santos, £50 million deal from Chelsea. Then we've signed Tynan Thompson from Spurs, £8 million deal, £4 million guaranteed. That's £90 million spent, right? And Carl Darlow on a free transfer. And you've got to think about how those sagas have gone. Get your thoughts in the comments as well. I want to know what you're thinking about the current situation. Are you confident it's going to be a successful summer, or are you a bit worried? Let me know in the comments. And if you're new, subscribe for daily Manchester United videos. And
Alex Scott has turned down a new Bournemouth contract. The development comes amid strong interest from Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United. Bournemouth have made Scott a number of offers since discussions began towards the end of the season, but the England midfielder has indicated he's not willing to agree new terms. Scott has 2 years left on his current deal. His new boss, Marco Rosa, discussed his future last week and warned that making the move too young could derail his career.
Players like Alex Scott, they want to go to the biggest clubs and, compete at the highest level, try and win things early on in their career. If I'm looking at these now, I would say Arsenal and I would say Chelsea. Norgard, he hasn't featured for Arsenal. Tchouaméni, he's more of a defensive player. Rice is, he played so many games last year. He's half World Cup as well. He's put loads of minutes in there. He's going to want time off, and Arsenal need to hit the ground running. So someone like Alex Scott that come straight in and play first game of the season, they would be looking at that, I think. But Arsenal obviously have, the defensive problem now with Saliba. They want to sign a left winger, a striker maybe, we don't know. But I would look at Chelsea and say they're doing their business early. Alex Scott's going to be linked with all the top teams because he's a very, very good player. He's a British player as well, which is, added value to a squad. So I think it's going to depend on the price and who is willing to spend that money. Who needs a midfielder? What's the priority for these clubs?
George.
When it comes to Tchouaméni, this is a report that is coming out in the last couple of hours. Man United have expressed interest in Real Madrid's Aurelien Tchouaméni, but he's proving too expensive. That was coming out from TalkSport as well. Look, Kone, probably one of the most likely, but not much on it. Alex Scott, I think, will be too expensive. Tyler Adams, I just don't see us going down that route. I think that it just can't happen. Even though we've been linked to bidding for him, I just don't think that can happen. Belabor is one that's not really been spoken about, but we could go back in for him. I would take him right now. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think he's the level that we should have been aiming for, but I would absolutely take him at this point that we're in the window, when I'm getting into the desperation zone. I think if taking that risk of seeing what you could get out of him could be worth it at this moment in time. So there's just not much on that third midfielder. I think my only hope and dream, and again I do think it's a hope and dream, and I think I could be venturing into delusion, is that we're waiting for Rodri to go to Real Madrid before we go and get Tchouaméni. Let's get started with the breaking news, and that is surrounding Tyler Adams. Now, when we got linked to Tyler Adams, I never actually thought this was going to happen. I thought it was just a name that was towards the bottom of our list, and if we were desperate and if we ended up getting like a really, really good second choice midfielder, then maybe we'd go for Tyler Adams as the third choice. And again, this is no disrespect to Tyler Adams, okay? I think Tyler Adams is a good player. He's 27 years of age. He played really well for the USA national team during the World Cup. He's a good player. But injuries, the level that Manchester United need, he's just not the type of player that Manchester United should be signing now. There's a reason why Man City aren't trying to sign Tyler Adams. There's a reason why Arsenal are going for Alex Scott and Bruno Guimaraes, and they are not trying to sign Tyler Adams. There is a reason why clubs at the highest level are not doing that. The injury record is one thing, and plus when you look at United's midfield, you have Tchouaméni, you have Mason Mount, you have Andre Santos, and you have Youri Tillmans. We need like a physical floor raiser in there. I'm also looking at the height, 5'9". We need someone with some physical presence. We need someone with some aerial presence. For me, it is just a no. And I still don't think United will do this. And if we do it, I'll be absolutely gobsmacked. I really, really will. But it's coming in from TalkSport and Alex Crook that Manchester United are considering a bid for Tyler Adams. While talks Bournemouth could be willing to accept as little as $35 million for Tyler Adams have been dismissed by senior club sources, he is seen as a cheaper alternative to many of the other names on United's shortlist.
Manchester United look to have been handed an Alex Scott transfer boost after he rejected a new contract offer from Bournemouth. The 22-year-old has been strongly linked with a move this summer which has seen the Cherries make efforts to renew terms that have thus far come up short. Andre Santos and Yuri Tillmans are midfielders to have already arrived at Old Trafford, with Michael Carrick looking for a third addition in the engine room. Scott appears to be one concrete option, with AS Roma's Manacone as another. Arsenal have been linked with both, but Bruno Guimaraes seems to be their priority target, which could see United get a free run at signing either, especially considering their openness to potential summer moves. The Cherries have Scott tied down to a contract until 2028 and have tried to extend terms. However, according to Sky Sports, he is not currently willing to accept those, with a fresh deal rejected by his camp. Suggestions of a release clause being included has been reported, but with nothing signed. Scott is expected to cost in the region of £60 million, which is particularly cheap considering triple-figure moves for Elliot Anderson, Sandro Tonali and Morgan Rogers this summer. The latter is joining Chelsea, who also have an interest in Scott, with the future of Enzo Fernandez again up for debate following quite the World Cup for the 25-year-old. Kone was also at the tournament and made 4 starts for France, which often came at the expense of former United transfer target Aurélien Tchouaméni, who is expected to sign a new Real Madrid contract. Scott's club teammate Tyler Adams has also been linked with a move to Old Trafford, but interest in Carlos Baleba of Brighton has cooled. Potential attacking additions are also being looked at, with Crescencio Somerville and Iliman Ndiaye as targets, but any formal pursuit is currently on hold as Marcus Rashford's future is set to play a key role. The 28-year-old is set to be reintegrated into United's squad after loan spells at Aston Villa and Barcelona. Rashford wanted a permanent move to the latter, but that looks increasingly unlikely, with Anthony Gordon and Karim Adeyemi joining this summer. United's pre-season has already started with a fairly strong side beaten by Wrexham last week. Norwegian side Rosenborg are their next opponents before friendlies against Atletico Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain. Manchester United are preparing a £51 million (€60 million) approach for Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Warren Zaïre-Emery, according to Top Mercato, as Michael Carrick continues his hunt for a third central midfielder to bolster his squad. Andre Santos and Yuri Tillmans have already arrived to reshape United's engine room, but the club are still seeking what they consider an essential third addition, a commanding presence to replace Casemiro, who departed for Inter Miami at the end of his contract following a consistent final few months. The Red Devils' midfield shortlist reads like a French international lineup. Carlos Baleba, Alex Scott, Aurélien Tchouaméni, Eduardo Camavinga and Manacone have all been linked, and Zaïre-Emery is the latest addition to that group. According to Top Mercato, the